Alright, ladies and gentlemen, huwa ninaambianga watu kwamba kama uko na pesa, wewe furahia pesa yako. Hivi ndio. Jaribu kujifunza vitu ya pesa and above. When I say pesa and above, na maanisha unakula gikmaringo giremo. When you drink things, usikuwe unakunywa tu simba waragi kende. So ladies and gentlemen, today tuko mahali naitwa Chateau 254. And we want to teach you, ladies and gentlemen, kwa nini tunakunywanga VSOP? Kwa nini sisi Wajaluo tunapenda VS? And when you come to wine, mbona tunakunywa gikmaga pesa kende? Vitu ambayo inakimbia na damu. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce, sijui niseme ni teacher, but ladies and gentlemen, wacha usikie from the master herself atueleze what we have around here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, tuko mahali hata wewe unaona Serene imekubali. This is a new venture in town. Chateau 254 is the only place in town. While you are drinking, you are being taught what you are drinking and why you are drinking it. Sio mahali tu unaenda tu unaitisa na unabogia kitu hata hujui ni nini. That's why we have Madam Agnes here. Yeah. Madam, how are you?
Karibu sana.
You good? Yeah, this is very nice. I can see the display umeranyale.
Thank you.
This is the place of your pesa ndaba.
Thank you.
All right?
Yeah.
So, normally unajua Wajaluo watu kama sisi tunaingianga tu mahali tunasema leta VSOP. Leta VS. What do you guys have here? Can you take us through?
Yes, we have all those things that you'd request.
Yes.
As you can see, we have this is our house brand.
House brand.
We have imported it directly from France.
All right.
We are going to be serving it here at Chateau 254.
All right.
And we are also going to sell it to people who want to carry it to go and take at home.
To go take
so
home.
It's called Richard de Lille.
Richard de Lille.
Richard de Lille.
Sio Richard?
No. It means it's the guy is called Richard and he's from an island.
From an island.
Yes. So Richard of the island.
Richard of the island.
Yes. So
that's why it's called Richard de Lille.
Yes, and it is a cognac.
It is a cognac.
As you may know already,
yes,
that cognac is a grape-based spirit, meaning that for what most people might know, generally around the world, we have brandy.
We have brandy.
And then in Italy, we have grappa.
We have grappa.
And then in France, and the French have marketed it much better than the rest of the world, we have cognac.
We have cognac.
And in France...
So you mean cognac, brandy and grappa, that is one word?
They are almost the same, just the way the different countries, based on different soils and the different grapes that they use.
Okay.
So there are slight differences.
All right.
But I would say that the French have added the, you know, that French thing. So there's a smoothness, as you can say, there's a smoothness to the French cognac, a little bit more. And also around the world, cognac and champagne are sort of elevated compared to the rest of the world.
Compared to the rest.
But they are from the same original, traditional make of the drink.
Okay.
So within cognac, we have VS.
VS.
Which means very special cognac.
Cognac.
This is what you'd say the youngest in terms of aging of cognacs.
All right.
And then when you move from this, then you go to VSOP.
VSOP.
And VSOP maybe about 8 years. So this thing takes about 8 years before you're able to drink it.
So this one has 8 years for it to be here?
For it to be there. The youngest of the barrels that would go in here would be about 8 years.
8 years.
And it is called Very Superior Old Pale.
Oh, normally
VSOP.
Normally I always know Very Special Person.
Yeah. Very superior. You can also say very special old pale, but it's very superior old pale. That's the meaning of VSOP.
Okay.
So when you elevate from VS, you go to VSOP, and you notice that also, you know, the cost will.
The cost,
will
so which one is more expensive?
So between VS and VSOP, everywhere around the world, despite the brand, VSOP is always more expensive than VS.
Okay.
And when you drink. You will find that the VSOP is usually a little more smoother than the VS. Because you know, with spirits, the longer it takes to mature, just like human beings as well.
The longer it's smooth.
The smoother they become.
All right.
And then when you move out of that, then you will go to XO.
XO.
You know what XO stands for?
That's why I'm here. I'm also here to learn.
Extra old.
Extra old.
Meaning it has spent maybe up to 15 years before you drink it. And that's why it's also fairly expensive to buy a bottle of cognac. Because somebody has taken 15 years for it to reach your bottle for you to drink it.
XO.
So with Richard Delisle, we have in our, what I would say, the household range, we have the VS, the VSOP, and the black XO.
Okay.
All of them come with their packages. And then now we have what you'd call, the most superior, and these two are limited edition. So we have the grand, this is the Prestige collection. It's still an XO, but it's a different collection, and you will see, I'm sure you're going to experience it just now.
Okay.
And then we have one that is a cognac, a cigar, almost like a cigar blend.
It's called Club Cigar.
Club Cigar. So those who love cigars, those who are all
those who smoke.
Yes, those who smoke
as you
cigars,
smoke, you take this.
This one goes very well with cigar.
All right.
Yeah. So that's it's usually a lot more smokier in the taste and the feel, and you can see even the way it's been made. It's got that look and feel of
unaona kwanza the bottle imewekwa hii, ukivunja mpaka Supreme Court ndio inatatua kesi yako.
Yes. That would be very, very, and like I told you, for the Italian range, we have the grappa.
The grappa?
This grappa is actually 30 years old.
30 years old.
This thing is 30 good years.
For it to be there.
We have a similar brandy, same brand, but the brand is also 30 years old.
30 years old.
So the taste might be slightly different because they are made from different places and they are made with slightly different grapes. But the processing is the same. The processing is the same. Yeah. So that's
so that one is for the cognac guys, those people who love whiskey.
Yeah.
All right.
Just come here and see the
how it is
limited edition.
It is delivered.
Yes.
Yani wameweka kwa briefcase. Inafunguliwa namna hii.
Yeah.
Yenyewe magiri jo pesa na baba. Hata kama unakunywa una feel you have taken something.
Yeah.
You drink as you are being taught.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the good thing about this brand, it's just there to be drunk.
It's just there to be drunk.
It's not even just about collections. It's there to be drunk.
It's waiting for you to drink it.
Yes.
Now the only place you can find it,
right
Chateau
now,
254.
Yes. I think if there's any of this brand in Africa, it could only be South Africa. But I think we might be the only ones who have it in Africa so far. The
only one.
It's a very big brand sold in America right now. Of course, it's big in France. It's made by a small family that has been doing this for many generations. We are on the 7th generation of it now.
Ladies, mumesikia namna hiyo.
So this one is the place to, and you can see where it's drunk.
Mahali ambience unakunywa ukifikiria mambo yako. Now this one is for the whiskey lovers, wale wenye wanapenda cognac.
Yes.
Madam Agnes, I can see around muko na wines.
Wines is
kwa Kiswahili ni divai, kwa Kiswahili
This is
the house of wines.
Took over from Jesus after he
this was the first miracle.
Yes,
that he did.
He officially did the miracle. We get wines from everywhere around the world.
Now for the wine lovers,
yes,
because we have different people love different things.
Yeah.
We have talked about whiskey. Now kuna ule ataingia hapa aseme mimi nataka wine. Na sasa akifika hapa hata mimi mwenyewe nimechanganyikiwa sijui gani ni gani. Atasema tu you just give me the one you like as you teach them.
Yeah.
So can you give an example and what is all about wine?
So the one thing that we are doing differently as Chateau 254 is every time our person comes here to experience, even if you've been drinking wine for many years, you have to consult. No wine you don't just drink.
You just don't drink.
Don't just pick a bottle. You can be like, okay, I've been drinking this. Can we have another similar? So here, for those who are new to wine and those who are very old to wine, the consultation happens.
Okay.
Because it's a discussion. We bring wines from all over the world. We have Italian wines here, we have French wines here, we have good South African wines here. I know that Kenyans sometimes don't think South Africa has good wine.
We just know it's from France.
No, there are very, very good South African wines that we have. We have Spanish wine, and we have Argentinian wine, Portuguese wine, just name it. Israeli wine, anywhere you want to get wine from. Yes. If they grow grapes, we have the wines. Kenya is still upcoming, but maybe it's in time.
Kenyan wine?
Oh, there are. So So that's generally where they come from.
All right.
And then when we come here, it's just, is it a red you want? You know, if you're, for instance, you who is a whiskey person, chances are that you might be interested in some smokier, very full-bodied kind of red wines. Or you might like a white wine.
Okay.
Or you might like, especially for the ladies, they love the bubblies.
The bubblies.
You know, the everything that is
the effervescence one.
Or sometimes they also like the rosé wines.
All right.
So we have all those kinds of wines that you would get here. Most people will drink all those wines. It just depends on what you're doing, what you're eating, what is the mood.
Oh, this one also depends with whatever you're eating.
Yes, it is the mood and it's what you're eating and time of the day.
Hawezi kula tu sukuma na ukuje useme kuna ya kukula sukuma.
That's the beauty with what we're doing here.
That's the beauty. Yeah.
Because what we want to do is to give Kenyans good wine. They drink it as Kenyans. Nobody said you become a French person for you to enjoy wine. No. Kama ni sukuma you're eating.
Can you pick one and give us an example and the reason why that one maybe you think is best, better, or good? And your favorite one, the one you think people should know. Nimeuliza favorite. Unajua ni kama uko na mtoto unachagua mtoto. All these are favorite. But that one,
This one. This one is one bottle that I like. It's called, the brand name is Simon Sig.
Simon Sig.
The type, you know, wine people name their friends, their families, sometimes their lovers. All manner of things happen in making of wine. Wine people are very romantic people, right? So this one was, the grapes were grown in 2017. So it's been properly aged. And they call it a Cape blend, meaning it's from South Africa. It's got a certain type of grapes that go to make the Cape blend. So we can see we have here Pinotage, we have here, I'm just trying to see, my eyes cannot read any of this.
These names are kind of difficult. But mtajua tukiwaambia yote.
So this is a very good bottle. It's well aged. When you open this one, you have to give it time to breathe a little bit.
Si kufungua and you just put it inside.
Pombe iende.
You
remain with the real drink. You know, when you open a bottle, most of the time the alcohol is
going out.
It evaporates. But it doesn't mean that it becomes less
less alcoholic.
It will be still strong. So that's a good red wine that you can go for any time. This is a good rosé wine. You know who this wine belongs to? Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. This is actually from their winery in France.
Their winery.
Yes. Miraval, one of the best rosés you can drink in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe leo ndo mumesikia kwamba Angelina Jolie ako na wine. Hata mimi nimesikia leo na Brad Pitt. As we know them just as movie stars.
And they have kept this wine together. Even though they have
they
gone separate ways. And this is one, it's called Rosemina. A very typical Astoria, a very typical Italian brand. Very easy drinking, very flavorful. So, and this is a rosé.
A rosé.
Yes, that's a rosé.
When you mean a rosé, what do you mean by a rosé?
You can even see from the color. It's got a rosy color on it, meaning that it's a red grape that has been, it's not been allowed to, you know, the color is in the skin of the grape, So they just put it a little. Yes.
Nimeingia hapa nikapata ni kama ni party ilikuwa inaendelea. Does this mean this is how you guys arrange this place?
Set up like this. Should you come?
This is the setup.
Yes, should you come in? But we're also selling these glasses. You know, you can't sell to people good wine and good, and you don't have the right tools for the trade. So so we have this and by the way,
you can enjoy it in plastic.
No, it makes a big difference. Even within the glass, the type of glass you're drinking will make a big difference how you enjoy it. For instance, this is a champagne glass.
There's a champagne glass.
Yeah, so you see it's like it's a flute. So anything bubbly needs to go here. You know why? So you don't lose the bubbles. You kind of contain them within, and it's also just the right way of drinking something very elevated like that. Then you'll have here, this is a red wine glass.
A red wine glass.
Usually a little bit broader and bigger compared to a white wine glass that is usually a little bit smaller.
So meaning you cannot put white here and you put red here?
You can, but you'll not have the best experience.
The best experience.
And then cognac.
The Magnus, you mean a cognac should not be chased? You know, normally hapa sisi nje tunamwaga tu konya alafu tunaweka na chesa yetu inajaza chupa nini glass na tunaendelea.
No, I know people do it. But in ideal scenario, it should not be done.
It should not be done.
Just think about it. You've gone to whatever, a club. You know, in most clubs, for you to buy a bottle of AVS, which you remember AVS was the first one, you will not spend less than 10k.
You will not spend.
And then you spend your over 10k, and when you go all the way to EXO and all, you know, like when you look at this, the champagne, the grand champagne, like this one.
Yes.
This one is like over 35k. So you spend your 35k, and then you take water. Or a chaser of less than 100 shillings. Let's just put it that way. Or a sweet, you add sugar to that. No.
You're spoiling it.
No. It's completely against the.
So you guys who do that, you have heard.
No.
Why spend 30,000? La weke chesa ya 30 bob.
Yes. Ideally, it should be smooth enough.
It should be smooth enough.
If it's not smooth enough, maybe you should question.
Yeah. One more last thing.
To give us that experience.
You've shown us the difference in glasses and all that. Do you call them glasses ama they have a special name?
Oh, they're glasses.
They're glasses.
Yeah.
Now sasa kuna watu wanapenda kuishika namna hii. Do you have any other ways of holding it? Ama we bora provided you use the right glass for the right thing, holding does not matter.
It matters.
And even so, you call it savo?
The savory.
The savory.
Yeah, the way you take it down. Everything matters.
Can you give them an example?
So
Though at least musiende kujaibisha hapo mbele wewe unasika tu vitu.
You know that champagne is served very, very chilled, very cold.
Very cold.
If you hold the glass like this, your body temperature is warming up the glass. You're interfering with the content. Yes. So you are warming it up. Secondly, you're having a conversation. By the time you're holding this thing like this, it just spoils the, you know. So there's a way you need to, you know, just hold it a little bit elegantly and a little bit loosely. And people who really want to show that they know how to do these things will literally
hold it like that.
Yes, it's like, but then just holding the stem. That's why there's a stem.
All right.
The maker of this thing tells you that stay away from the drink. There's a stem for you to hold. The job of the stem is for you to hold.
Okay.
Yeah. So generally speaking, it's more elegant.
Okay.
But functionally speaking, for you to leave the drink alone, when you see some of the whiskey glasses, sorry, I didn't show you any of the whiskey glasses that we have here. When they don't have a stem, or when the stem is very short, sometimes for whiskey they want you to hold it because they want you to bring a certain warmth to it. It elevates the taste.
All right.
So which can also apply for cognac. Cognac, there's nothing wrong with putting a bit of temperature to it, but generally speaking, it's just easier to to stay away from.
That's very nice.
Yes.
One more thing.
Yes.
Waambie hii mahali iko wapi? You know, we have just talked about whiskey, we have just talked about, lakini sasa whoever wants to pass by, pop in, enjoy hii as we teach them as they drink. Where is it located? So
we are in the heart of Westlands. Of course, we had to be in Westlands because
Cardio Pest and above also.
It should be the place we should be at. Although who knows where else we're gonna go. But we are at a building called the Promenade. On General Madenge Road.
All right.
So General Madenge Road, the Promenade, and we are on ground floor.
Okay.
You know, it's a very easy place to say. But I think we're known. So if you just say you want to go to Chateau 254, put it on Google Map.
Itakuleta mpaka hapo.
And it will bring you all the way to our place.
Pleasure is all mine.
Pleasure. Thank you for passing by.
Mimi nataka kunyonya moja.
I know.
Don't.
So, serve
I serve myself.
Yes. And me too. I want to.
Nikikwama, I'll call you.
You won't come.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from the real educators of alcohol. I don't want to call it alcohol per se, but whiskey, cognac, and also wine. Should you have dinner, should you have meeting, you know a good place to be. It's called Chateau 254. All right? Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, acha mimi nijibambe kidogo pia na moja.